20 kilometers outside Halabja, there is the village of Sargat, nestled between rugged mountains and green gardens. People here live in harmony with nature. They build almost everything from natural elements and leave the environment intact. People here in Hawraman and in this village, like many other villages, they live in harmony with nature. When you walk around, they have built their walls to hold their land and their terraces, their trees together, all with stone, natural stone, picked up, cut to shape, one by one, and they have built these walls. Some of them are 100 or 150 years old. Hawraman is known for its lush fruit gardens, such as pears, grapes, mulberries, walnuts, and pomegranates. I am now in the middle of one of the most amazing fruit gardens in the Hawraman region. The trees, some of them are 2 years old, some are even 1 year old, and some of them are 30 years old. Some of these trees around me are 70 to 80 years old, maybe even older. So people here constantly renew the garden, and they maintain it by replacing old trees with new trees. When a tree dies and is completely gone, they will plant something else by the side of the road or on the side of a water stream. That's why you have this amazing mix of very old trees and very new saplings. Villagers here mark the boundaries of their gardens with stones or streams, and they rely on natural water springs to sustain themselves and their gardens. This is Hamashwana, a natural water spring that pours out of one of the tallest and most rugged mountains in this village in Hawraman. It's very, very cold water because it's stored underground under the mountain from the snow melt early in spring. At least 65 to 70 families in 2 villages with more than 100 fruit gardens and orchards rely on this spring for water, for drinking water and for irrigation. This is an oak tree. And behind it, one more and one more, hundreds and hundreds, probably thousands of oak trees that have been standing on this mountainside for hundreds of years, have blended into this other human-made forest, but this one is all fruit trees. People in Hawraman are some of the most resourceful people in the Kurdistan region. Hawramis, as the people of the area are known, have allowed nature to take its course alongside their own fruit orchards. So around here, everything is a natural blend of the different elements of the environment. For example, earlier I was looking at 100-year-old trees and 2-year-old trees, fig tree next to walnut tree, a mulberry next to an aspen, and here we have natural oak tree. This is a 100% natural oak growing first of all through these rocks and boulders, right in the middle of people's fruit trees, which they have created with their own hands. It's 3 villages basically mixed into each other, connected through trees, and 2 valleys, 1 water source, all creating an amazing environment here near Hamashwana. Sargat and 2 other villages rely on a natural spring that provides fresh water to them, their livestock, and their trees. On the road to Sargat, you pass through Gulp, another village where people once lived in the embrace of the mountains, but unfortunately destroyed by former Iraqi regimes. This village was one of them that was abandoned and the houses ran down and there are no traces of them. But because they were built with stones and with elements from the environment and nature, some of them still stand. Like this one, someone from around here just told me that this one is at least 60 to 70 years old. And if you walk around the village, almost every old house, the trace that is left from it is walls from the mountain itself. The roofs are gone, the walls are gone, but they could easily be reconstructed in their own place without harming the environment, without harming the nature. Giant oak trees testify to the old history of this place. Temperatures here are several degrees cooler than the rest of the country that is dealing with scorching heat at the moment. This is an amazing oak tree. I've been passing by this tree probably hundreds of times in my life because it's in the village of Gulp, not very far from Halabja. And this one is within the boundaries of a very, very old cemetery. And because it's grown inside the cemetery like the other oak trees, no one has touched it, no one has tried to cut it down because it provides shade for the cemetery itself. And it has become the landmark of this village. Not only this one, we have hundreds and hundreds and thousands of these amazing oak trees in the village of Gulp, on the mountainsides, very close to the road when you drive outside Halabja. Look at this one, probably hundreds of years old.